Hello and good evening. It's your. Oh, nope. Hang on. Is this broken? Nope. That's the record light. Okay, that's different. Hello and good evening. It's your boy Reed back at it again. Studio Rock Pile. I did that in the wrong order. It's fine. I'm tired. It's been a long week of us accomplishing absolutely less than nothing at work. Would you believe? For those of you wondering how you accomplish less than nothing at work, you call the inspector in on a job that you finished 3 months ago, and you tell him a thing that you know he's going to get you to redo, that requires you to dig up, I don't know, like half a kilometer of fucking buried pipe, even though it's completely safe, and redo it. And you mismanage everything else to the point that nobody can actually do any work. So yeah, less than nothing accomplished this week. Uh, I was gonna stream on Monday, but I was too tired after the Easter weekend. Decided I was gonna do something on Tuesday morning, and then before I got home, would you believe that I smashed my thumb in a platform ladder? Yeah, yeah. Streams were almost offline for a minute, a little while, in fact. Was was touch and go for a minute. Oh, I did not change the title on this. Hang on. Paint stream. High elf wizard on horse. Friend, loaned me some models. Yeah, anyway, it's been a whole ass week of not a lot going on. Makes me very, very pleased. I'm gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. Warhammer Fantasy High Elves. There we go. Okay. A lot better. Getting on with this shit. Fuck. So yeah, that was my week. We did nothing. Booked hours for it. Had to redo a 3-month-old job, and I smashed my thumb in a ladder. And actually could not pick up this model on Tuesday night. Like, actually, let's see if we can get the bruise on camera. Like right there, you see I got that weird dark spot? Yeah, that was, it was a big red line, and like a solid black grape on Monday. Tuesday, rather. Nothing broken. We okay. We good. We good. We good. So my friend loaned me a couple of models over the Easter weekend if I wanted to paint them on stream, and of course, me, being a glutton for punishment, said, yeah, sure, why not? And unfortunately, he's a filthy knife ears. So painting a high elf wizard. He's on a horse. That's him in the reference there, as you can tell by the meme of the day. I'm not pleased. But no, it is a good model. It's old. Okay, this is from the early thousands, late 90s. So we're gonna have some fun with that. Unfortunately, he is an animal who decides to assemble things before he paints them, if he paints them. So yeah, that's where we at. That's where we are, and we're gonna deal with that tonight. Because I don't feel like mixing gray the entire goddamn time. We're gonna learn the secrets of painting gray, for those of, or painting shades of white, for those of you who haven't done that before, and are wondering how to do it without it being splotchy, not doing 50 layers of white. The answer is to do like 8 layers of gray. My gray paint is fucked. Okay, doing it analog. Doing it analog. We're gonna hand mix paint for the entire fucking business. It's great. Rollicking good start. This is where we at. Okay, it's where we are. Shake your paints. We're just using Vallejo flat black and white. Some of our more eagle-eyed viewers will have noted I have not changed out the hydration paper on my wet palette, and that's because if you have a wet palette with an airtight seal, you don't have to do that. So, yeah, it stays good. Even if you are like me, where we have hard water coming out of the pipes. Hard water buildup, not really a problem, as long as it stays wet.
I haven't worked out the air bubbles though, because I left everything to the last minute today. Because I had to figure out how my new fucking log cards work now that I'm a first term apprentice. Because it can't be the same as the old one. No. Fucking.
Also, I'm just a lazy shit, and I left everything to the last minute. I did no prep work today. I did none. Okay, I primed this shit like an hour ago, and I went back to watching early 2000s cartoons. Okay, I'm rewatching Static Shock right now. Good cartoon. Classic. Yeah, we're just gonna. So basically, if you're like me and you like doing black primer for everything because you're lazy and can't be fucked to get a good consistency with your white primer, which I have actually, and shit does not go on consistent enough. Okay, so it's a gray primer, but whatever. I can't get it to actually go on surfaces consistently, and I've tried everything. So this is where we are. This is what we're doing. We just prime everything black, and more eagle-eyed viewers can tell this is already going to be a pain in the ass to paint. Fuck with the focus a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be fun getting into all those little recesses. So some of these things will receive exactly one layer of paint, and then we're just gonna forget that it's there. Because especially with fantasy, as I mentioned, I believe once or twice in previous streams, you have so many models on the tabletop. Nobody cares. Which is why you can do some of that. Still though, we're gonna make it look good. I'm doing this for a friend, so I'm not about to fuck up this model. I think I'm gonna do a mix of blending and the more traditional heavy metal style on it though. So we're gonna see how that goes. I've got my own little thing that I do for jewels. We're gonna have fun with that right there, because that's a big boy. That's a big jewel. As is that one. It was back when I first got my Space Wolves, I spent forever looking at the codex on how they painted the lenses, and I could never find a tutorial on how to do those lenses in those books. Pre-internet days, mind you. Like, this was the internet existed. There was like AOL online. And that was kind of it. This was before we had nice YouTube tutorials and you could look up, yo, how do I properly paint photorealistic horse buttholes? Which we're not gonna do on this. I might as a meme after the stream, but not on stream because I don't want to get banned. We're not even at like 10 subs yet. Still haven't acquired a new hobby knife because they fucking locked everything down again and I was too lazy to actually, you know, get a new one. Because I'm an animal. And kept using the broken one off camera, where I wasn't likely to get banned for gore. It's not any less fucked, but it's also not any more fucked, so it still works if I'm careful. So how's everybody else doing? Anybody else smash their hand in a ladder this week?
Probably not. Apparently, thanks to a surge in cases in my area, I will probably be getting my big Rona vaccine early.
Video is now demonetized, not that it ever was, and I've also been removed from YouTube search results. GG, I do it to myself. Radiohead.just.
So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna do a layer of gray, then a layer of white. Actually, I'll probably no. We're gonna do a layer of gray. I'm gonna dry brush it white. That's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna go over it with a shade of lighter than white. Not lighter than white. Sorry, darker than white. There we go. You just kind of gotta eyeball
And then if I don't like it, I'm just gonna go over it with a black wash and dry brush it again, because that's how I do.
Did some Clone Troopers a while ago, and that's kind of what I did. I experimented with how to paint white. It's kind of a trick that I learned from the guy who owns my friendly local game store, because he plays an army of white scars, and true to their name, their power armor's all white. If you don't know who the white scars are, look them up. Like, look up their lore videos. They're cool. They're space Mongols in power armor on heavy motorbikes. 8 foot tall, 900 pounds. Heavily armored bikes in space. Jagatai Khan's not dead. He's just winning bike races against the Dark Eldar in the Webway for 10,000 years. Changed my mind. You can't. It's canon now. Doesn't have time to help Gilliman fight off the forces of chaos. Vect was talking shit. I'm not very popular on official 40k servers for obvious reasons. Oh, it's got a blonde tail? What the fuck? Dude, how you getting blonde horses? Whatever, we'll do it gray because yellow doesn't play nicely with black. I hate painting yellow. Not fantastic. It's gonna be fun when I paint one of the other models that he loaned me. A Wolfguard Terminator with an assault cannon. I have 2 of those of my own. I dig assault cannons. They're great. Think of it like a rotary barrel, fully automatic 75 caliber machine gun. And it's rocket propelled. And also the bullets explode. It's a rotary barrel bolt gun, for those of you who know what bolt guns are. Which, given that there's only 2 people watching, I know who one of them is yes, you all probably know what a bolt gun is. And if not, go watch Baltimore's lore video on it, because I like that guy's content. He does a good voice. Yo, what the fuck? Okay, that one, my stream image is too small for me to see. What the fuck is that? I don't need the stream playback to tell me that it's fucked. I can see it happening in 2 other windows. Dude, why is its neck blue? Oh, is it not actually a white horse? Well, even better. Now it's gray. That's one less step that I gotta do. Perfect. Look at me go. Finally, something that actually works this week. You know, unlike my company. We're all getting laid off. Not really, but like.
is a definite possibility. Is in the cards. They're gonna run it into the fucking ground. Anyway.
Oh, I saw a very, very stupid topic somebody brought up. Would Minecraft Steve survive in 40k? I'm gonna be a little bold with my answer here. I'm gonna say yes, and he would probably do well. Okay, the man is a walking STC machine with the power of God in his hands. He can do what he wants. I think about it, I was playing Blasphemous. Dude, you put the Penitent one in power armor. And you just hang out with the Black Templar. That'd be cool. Be like a Legion Surf or something. They wouldn't be doing menial shit. He'd be like, dude, maybe he'd be a commissar. Think about that for a second. Oh shit, buddy! I just realized that's supposed to be the other rain going to that guy's hand, but it snapped off. You know about that? But yeah, I'm probably just gonna be base coding tonight. I'm not gonna be getting fancy free yet. I'll probably be on Saturday. But yeah, for the most part, we will be sticking to the color scheme that is in the reference, because that's what most of my buddies' army is painted up like. The only problem is he kept it fairly bare bones, because he's got to paint like 20 guys to a squad. You need like 3 of those to play the game, minimum. Plus your HQs. People are not aware of this, but fantasy is actually a very, very big game on the table. Back in the day, the reason that they had square bases was because your guys actually had to be in rank and file formations. And if they weren't in specific layouts, they actually wouldn't get their bonuses. Okay, his underrobe is going to be white. So we're going to go over that. Shirt white too? Oh man, his robes are all white. Ugh. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Why did I say yes to this one? Very least, we'll get them base coated. If I wind up not getting particularly fancy free. My brush dry? My brush is dry. So I slept horribly last night. You ever have one of those nights that you keep waking up for no reason? Only it's not over the course of the entire night. It's literally in the 1 hour before your alarm goes off. Like that. It's that stress reaction that you wake up 5 minutes before your alarm because you hate hearing your alarm. Except it's every 5 minutes for a solid hour. That's not great. wacky shit happen. I don't know, don't really got much. Other than, you know, dumb stuff. Well, yeah, fucking nothing happened, that's why. Nothing has happened since Saturday. Sunday, rather, that was my last stream. I remember what I'm doing. I know what day of the week it is. I'm not crazy. Yeah, still have not looked in the background music at all. I don't know. I'd like to get something lo-fi playing. See if Too Mellow, if I can use Too Mellow stuff. I like his. He makes some comfy beats. He mixes some comfy stuff. Pretty sure actually he has some royalty-free stuff for sampling, but I think that was specifically just his a cappella vocals. Boy can sing. Oh man, he's even got sleeves in here. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the older models have a bit more character than the new ones, but the shit, the models of Fantasy's been turning out for like the last couple years have been real good. I don't know much about the fantasy lore. I've heard some people say it's fine. I've heard some people more recently say, well, a lot of people more recently say it's fucking garbage, but at least the models are cool. I know I have one sitting over there from the Warcry spinoff. It was bought in the heat of the moment. It's a big, angry, psychic horned cat. And I don't know, I'm going to paint that at some point down the line. It's been sitting on my desk for literal months. We will get to it. Actually, streaming has helped me sort of get back into the swing of painting. I might start painting shit off screen again. Just because I want to burn through my backlog. Okay, we got the entire Rising Sun box set to get through. Maybe not all on this channel, but like I kickstarted that, so I actually got one primed right over there. It's a panda with a mace. Oh, I actually have Amaterasu over here. Primed. Or was that one? Oh man, that boy Dusty. Yeah, no, that was Amaterasu. That's rad. That's rad as shit. That's dusty as shit. I forgot that was sitting in that corner of my desk. I'm gonna paint that one. And the Rising Sun board game has fucking gorgeous models. Yeah, I guess that's a big reason that I backed that on Kickstarter. When that was on Kickstarter. I don't know, I buy back a lot of. Well, I don't actually back a lot of. It's usually impulse buys. Which is what like 90% of this hobby is. Yo, that looks rad. And you buy it. You put it on the pile of shame. You get to it a couple years later. That's how it goes. Don't even remember when I got this Contemptor Dreadnought. 2 years ago. Impulse buy. Wanted a Contemptor Dreadnought. Contemptor Dreadnoughts are cool. Dreadnoughts in general, pretty cool. Both the ship and the Warhammer construct.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna wash the fuck out of this. We're gonna wash the fuck out of this to hide a lot of these crevices. All right, we're going traditional. We're going traditional heavy metal. We're going traditional heavy metal on this.
Just because, goddamn. Like, if you're buying any cavalry,
First and foremost, do not put them on the goddamn base before you paint them because getting at the underside of the horse is a bitch. Second, do not put the rider on the horse first. Ever.
and the only other thing I would probably scaffold as well would be the reins. One of these reins does not need to be attached, and it looks like it was glued on after the fact. And the arms don't need to be on the rider. It's actually okay enough that we could probably you could leave his head on. That'd be cool. That'd be fine. And his helmet is going to be silver. So,
Yo, this knife ears doesn't got any knife ears on him. Is that normal? Because I'm looking at several references here, and oh no, some of the helmets don't got knife ears, but some of them with this style do. So it's fine. It's cool. I just minimized my personal reference. Good job. Continuing. Yeah, we're just slapping on undercoats. I'm gonna undercoat all of the silvers with white because Elven Mithril is a bright metal. And we want that shit to shine through like a blistering spotlight. Clan battles bugging me to go to clan battles. Yo, but what tier clan battles we doing though?
tier 9 still? Because those chuckle fucks know that the only tier 9 that I will take in the clan battles is the Alaska. Yeah, I have an Alaska. Fucking fight me. World of Warships.
I'm half competent at it.
The Alaska's guns are.
They require a certain level of big brain to use.
Because they overpen like a motherfucker. Oh, this dude's actually supposed to have a bigger cape. His cape isn't on there. Good. It would have made it a lot worse if it was. I'll have to get that cape off of you at some point. If you're watching right now. It says current viewers.
Audio bitrate is 0, lower than recommended. Is it though? Says that it's fine. Is it? Yep, there it is. Okay. Well, I don't know what YouTube's talking about. To close that message, I don't want suggestions. Just tell me if this shit catches fire, okay? That's all I need. That's all I got to know. I don't care that like, just let me know if it catches fire. Oh, you could optimize this. Nah, it's fine. Okay. We're not big boy 100,000 streamers gotta have fucking 720 kilobits per second audio. Like that'll do me. That'll be
be fine. I don't know why I never particularly liked elves. The dwarves were my boys. I like dwarves. They're my favorite fantasy race. I don't know, it's weird. I don't like a lot of particular bits of fantasy shit in general. Really, you'd think that I would? No, I just put my finger right in the black paint. GG. Like, I gotta say, I don't much care for Game of Thrones. Never got into it. Never read Lord of the Rings. Tried several times. Couldn't get into it. It was slow. But one of my friends points out, one that gave me this model, in fact, Lord of the Rings was less a series of books that you were supposed to read and more a compendium of European folklore. That's what Tolkien was apparently trying to do with that. Cat snoring over there. Being a big snoozy boy. Being a big snoozy baby. Oh, listen. Oh, my boy got sinus problems. That's my cat. Just like me. Yeah, really, I guess what I'm doing right now is I'm technically doing zenithal undercoating. And because my gray paint's fucked, I've gotta keep making more. Really does slow down the process. Like, for small models, it's fine, but you know, horses are horses. A lot of gray paint for a full ass horse. And yeah, still gonna be blue with red, okay. Did decide that I was gonna do a white horse though. So that's too much paint. Oh no. We did a more is more approach. I shouldn't have done that. Remember, kids, less is more. You can always put on more or less, but you can't put on less more. You know what I mean? Like, you can take paint off. No, you can put more paint on. You can't take this shit off. You sort of can. Once you learn a few cheats. Oh, the top of that ball should be black. There we go, like that one right there. That quasi cheat. Why'd you paint the bottom white but not the top? Why is the top not supposed to be white? Well, the answer is go look at a colored glass ball. Go do that. Shit is always brighter on the bottom. There is a top light source. That's because it shines through. Flex off. Same principle as if you look at any like the scopes that people have painted in the catalogs. They're always it's always dark on the top and bright on the bottom. Oh no, there's a tiny voice in the back of my head saying to half-ass it now. Oh no. We're not gonna. If you ever get that voice in the back of your head saying to half-ass a model, oh man, I'm like way the fuck away from the camera. If you ever get that voice in the back of your head saying to half-ass a model, best to put it down for a bit. Maybe work on something else. Maybe come back to it. Because you will wind up cutting corners. You will wind up making stupid mistakes and letting it just exist because, fuck it, who cares? If you're not careful, you. I do also have a severe case of, well, who gives a fuck this week? Because that's just what kind of week this week has been. Okay, so that's actually going to be white. Yeah. I want to touch that a few times. Okay. Oh, horses grooves too. Did I already not go over those? Nope. We're just purely going off the reference for that because that is scheming with. That was itchy. Yo, did you see that? See that clip? The big Twitch streamer. She made like fucking 10K just sitting there, not saying anything, staring at her monitor. Like, I don't know who that's a bigger commentary on, like Twitch streamers or the people who watch them. Like, guys, why? I get it. You want to support your favorite content creators and shit, but like they're not doing anything. I say as somebody who was a big fan of Demolition D+, a man who disappears from YouTube for 2 to 3 months at a time to make a short video that nobody asked for, and then he goes out to buy another pack of cigarettes. Please come back, Demo. Let's go back to making anime reviews. Shit that nobody asked you to watch. Of shit that nobody is interested in. Oh man, his boots are black. We're just gonna paint his black right now. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. One entire section of the model. Done. One coat. Take it and go. Oh yeah, so I think I mentioned this last week. I was rewatching all the old Marx Brothers movies. For those of you not aware who they are, they made movies back in the 30s and a few in the 40s. And they were a big inspiration for you guys like Monty Python, Laurel and Hardy, The Three Stooges. Not Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy was, are they detectives? Abbott and Costello, that's who. Abbott and Costello. And, I don't know, the only movie of theirs from the 40s I could actually get my hands on was Night at Casablanca. And the next closest movie I have to that year is 1935, Duck Soup. Or no, 1935, A Night at the Opera. And, actually, I'm looking them up right now. Night at the Opera was a lot better than A Night in Casablanca. Like, Casablanca had the moments there, but it's like they weren't trying, almost. Which, if I remember right, from a documentary I watched at that point in time, really when they were making movies, it was because one of them, Chico, which is actually supposed to be pronounced differently, but they were making movies at that point because boy had money problems. Not because they wanted to make movies. But if anybody wants to check them out, go give Duck Soup a look. It's their best one, as far as I am concerned. Just gonna lighten up all the areas that are supposed to be white. Excuse me. We're gonna go over his fingies again. And his face too, why not? And that's sort of just how you paint whites. You gotta
Progressively lighter shades.
Or if you're trying to do it quick and dirty, you just do a shade of gray and then you do white on top. If you want that nice kind of smooth sort of transition. Or if you want to do like nicer shading with it, you basically have to layer your grays. I've seen, what was it? Buying Citadel colors is like Eshin Gray and Dawnstone, or I think the two big ones you want.
I don't know. I've been a one shade of gray kind of person, and then just mix it as you go. That's just kind of always been my go-to. Still not even really sure how I'm gonna progress with this at first. I figured I'm gonna do the horse, but now I'm just kind of doing all the whites and the grays. What's the problem with these big fancy models? Well, bigger, fancier models is you always get lost for a what do I want to do on it next. The reason why I spent something like a month painting my goddamn Stormwolf when I got that. Those unaware of what it is, think of it like one of those D-Day landing boats, but the top is enclosed. And then strap jet engines to it. And then fill it full of 8 to 9 foot tall power armored space Vikings. Could have been worse, they could have called it something dumb. Stormwolf is still pretty good. Stormfang is pretty good. Games Workshop needs to tone it back with the wolf this, wolf that. Wolf your wolf. Because it's become something of an annoying running joke. That's more consistent. Remember, when you're blending paints, the first bit that you get off your brush is always the most consistent, and the rest of it might be a bit splotchy afterwards. So sometimes you just gotta keep your brush wet and load it up again. Even just mix, just do even little like micro batch mixing. You'll be a bit more inconsistent with that, unless you're really good at eyeballing it, which comes with practice. But it's a hobby, it all comes with practice, right? Probably gonna call it when I hit 9:30. I'm still a tired boy. Been a long day of dealing with bullshit.
One of those times like, hey, yeah, go pick up this part and you can mount it on that site and we can finish that job. And we're like, okay, cool, great. We gets there to pick up the part because nobody checked ahead. Place doesn't open for another hour. So we sits there for an hour. Got nothing else planned that day. And they open up. And they don't answer their phone for half an hour. So we ring the side doorbell. Because we're like, come on guys, you've been open for a half hour, what the fuck? Turns out the person that works their phones doesn't start work until 2 hours after the store opens. Why could nobody else answer that phone? It's on your door for picking shit up. And then after that, we find out that they haven't notified us that the part was ready yet. So why are you sending us to pick up a part they haven't told you is ready for pickup yet? Like, come on, man. I don't blame the warehouse boys. They're just doing their job, right? They can't give us a part that they don't have. It has to be custom made and ordered. I don't know. There's something to be said for good logistics and communications officers who actually communicate to their guys in the field. So we're gonna try and keep the horse more gray. We're gonna make the armor white. It's gonna be a little. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to scoop like a good mounting point for the camera. It's more of an over-the-shoulder type. I just realized I don't have my studio light on. It's fine. The regular light's actually working out pretty well, I guess. Yeah, because it's more in line with the camera, so you're sort of. I don't know. We're still figuring out. I'm not a professional. I'm decent at painting, but I'm not a professional by any means. I'm new to this YouTube shit. I'm a shitpost distributor, not really a content creator. I'm the guy who helps the views go up. I'm not the guy that is the reason that they're there. Yo, does that make me marketing? That technically make me marketing. Shit, dude. Let's do that. Let's go be a marketing department. Fuck this painting nonsense. Be a logistics corporation now. Gonna make shit happen. Oh man, sleepy boy. I kind of want to base coat some of the blue now. It's because I know painting gray is riveting for views, I bet. Oh, that's a chonky paint. Oh man. Privateer Press, Signar Blue. Highlight. Fortunately, that's what we got the wet palette for. And that out. Touch more water. Just a touch more water. And we'll just see how that. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's going on nice and consistent. No, it's not. It's a little watery. It's fine. A little bit there. We'll do a second coat. It's cool. It's cool. You can always put on more. Anything in between that dude's leg is gonna be a bitch, though. Say it again. A prime example of why you paint before you assemble completely. You can assemble in stages, and that's fine. Always cavalry models. Always no fucking cavalry model. Did a unit of Ravenwing just for funsies as a little present to myself years back. Ravenwing Command Squad is a fantastic piece of kit just for all the fun little parts, and I don't know, Space Marine motorbikes are just cool. Fucking leave me alone. And I had a lot of fun painting that. Some of the parts are very no, they have to go together first. Or they have to go together in this exact specific way that you cannot see until you try to put it together. Like, you put on your Raven Wing Champion's fucking big dumb winged helmet, and you got that iron halo in that backpack. Good luck facing him in any direction other than forward. Banner's rad as shit, though, the banner in that kit. Holy fuck. It's a flapping in the wind banner. It's a hold up by the speed you are going at banner. Which makes sense. You're a bike company. Yeah, for those who don't know, Warhammer the Dark Angels chapter, their entire first company is nothing but bikers. They're the Ravenwing. It was the first company. Was the Deathwings the... No, first company is the Deathwing, second company is the Ravenwing, pretty sure. I'll Google that real quick. 40k Ravenwing. Yep, okay, the Ravenwing's the second company. This first company is always the fucking Terminator Elite. The veterans. The chonky, stompy boys. And I'm so sad that Space Hulk Deathwing was a fucking letdown. It's a shame. The best way I can describe the game to people when they ask me whether it's worth getting, I'm like, well, it's almost good. Like, the devs tried. It's atmospheric as fuck. The Space Hulks all feel like Space Hulks. Level design is good. Problem is, there's like... They adapted the board game to a shooter, which is fine. The problem is, they adapted it more towards the board game than they did as a shooter. So yeah, all the mechanics are there, but it's rough. And they added some stuff that they shouldn't have, like, you know, enemies with guns that shouldn't be able to hurt you at all. Because Terminator armor basically turns you into a small walking fortress. Like, the missile launcher is fine. Okay, yeah, sure. Crack missiles can pop Terminators. That's in the board game. That's lore accurate. Okay. But like, little dude. There's 556. There's 308.
For 762, he isn't gonna do shit for dick against armor that thick, so. Like, fuck all the way off. Gene Stealer shredding through it like paper mache? Yes, fine, perfect, great. Absolutely, their claws can rent spaceship hulls. Perfect. Don't you... No, I'm not gonna bitch about that, but like, just so fucking bullet spongy. I'm talking like you need 5 headshots to down them. Like, I know they're not zombies. I know chitin is exoskeleton and what have you, but come on, man. A fucking Stormbolter. The assault cannon's great. I like the assault cannon, especially the Vengeance assault cannon. That thing was... Ooh, excites me. It's just a shame that somebody actually did the math, I think, and broke down the coding that the bullet spray that you see hitting the walls is a pre-generated pattern and not actually indicative of where your shots are going. Which is a shame. Hope Darktide doesn't turn out to be shit, dude. I'll play the fuck out of that if it's decent. It's just Vermintide, but it's 40k. Yes, so it's Vermintide, but in a setting I actually want to play. I like Vermintide. I do. I enjoyed playing it. The problem when I have fucking Left 4 Dead 2, you can only play it so many times before it's like it's the same level over and over again. Not much actually changes. Oh well, the spawns are set. They're randomized. Like yeah, no, but it's still the same level. There's still only so many areas that like supplies are gonna spawn in. Sometimes you get fucked with how it runs and decides, nah, no health potions this run by. Rarely happens, but I don't know. I've always been more of a 3D platformer person myself. I played a lot of fucking Perfect Dark back in the day. Like, ironically enough, yeah, I don't know how many times I beat Perfect Dark back in the day as a kid. Me and my next door neighbor, we'd play that shit every weekend. We'd go through the entire goddamn game. God damn, I heard they're doing a remake of Perfect Dark, like a remaster. Not even like a remaster, but like a complete remake, like from the ground up. And it's gonna be allegedly the same game. I want it to be good. I want it to be just the same, but remastered audio, better graphics, newer physics engine. I don't want them to touch any of the writing. I want that shit to be the exact same. I don't want anything more fleshed out. I'd be excited for that. And I don't want it to be Perfect Dark Zero. Holy fuck, that game was rough. Another one I used to play every weekend with the neighbor kid, but my friend and I tried to play it again. Now he'd never played Perfect Dark Zero and was curious about it because he is also a fan of Perfect Dark. We booted it up on the Xbox. We went through the first level, and holy shit, I did not remember the performance issues being that bad. No, I spilled the paint water. Oh no, it's fine. Mop it up. We're good. It's fine. It's okay. It's not okay. There's already too much water in this paper towel. There we go. I want it perfect. Like, alright. Fucking performance issues. Like, holy shit, dude, the frame dropping. The fucking frame rate
just, oh. I don't know if there were later patches to fix it, and that's why it's as bad as it was, because his Xbox wasn't on the internet, but holy shit. It was rough. I did not remember it being that bad. Remember, it wasn't the smoothest game I ever played. Like, fuck, but played at launch. I played it years after the fact. Man, what year did that take place in? I swear it's something like
Perfect Dark takes place closer to today than now it did the day it was released. Oh no, we're hitting that weird break point with a lot of series right now.
no, because we got that outer jacket. Okay. Oh yes, his back can be. But if you decided not to put the cape on, then we're gonna have some problems with these shoulder pads. Cause they got details on them that require that cape. Oh, my cat awake. And my little bud getting up from his nap. Yeah, he is. A good cat. Love your pets, kids. Take good care of them. What Steve Irwin would want you to do. Don't be one of those people that abuses animals. If you have to abuse someone, abuse other humans. Humans are kind of terrible. Animals are good. Abuse elves, absolutely. Holy shit. Dude, I fucking hate these little knife-eared bastards. I mean, I guess Warhammer elves, Warhammer Fantasy elves get a special pass. They get to be that arrogant because they actually did some kind of big shit back in the old lore, I think. As in, like, they're the reason that anybody's even alive. Alright, that's 9:30. I think we're gonna call it there. You tuned in, thank you. Sorry it was a little boring. We're not exactly doing a whole lot. We're still base coding. Actually, tonight was mostly, as I said, shades of gray, but we're coming along. Look at that. Flowing steady. But that will be the basic color scheme. Is gonna be blue, white, and gray on the horse. Little touches of red here and there. Alright, if you tuned in, thank you. If you're watching from the future, also thank you. Gonna be the interesting shit's gonna be in the next stream. And well, stay safe out there, everybody. We unfortunately live in interesting times.